Hello YouTube, Ronnie here. I wanted to take a few minutes and give you a little history on some of my personal WWE stuff that I've collected over the years. This is not all of them, but it is some of them. It's one somewhat large tote. I haven't been able to get the other one down yet. So let's get started. First off, one of my oldest shirts that is still wearable, if you want to call it that. And of course, that was one of my second favorites, besides the Macho Man, which would be Triple H. I had Hulk Hogan jerseys that, you know, when you want to rip it, when you're 13 years old, you know, you rip it. The Ultimate Warrior bandanas. But anyways, I'm going to get started with some of my older wrestling buddies. I had the Macho Man. The dog ate it and ripped it up, and Macho Man always being my favorite. The $1 Million Man, Ted Dibiase. I will probably always keep him. Of course, how could you forget the immortal one, Hulk Hogan, wrestling buddy. Very, very dear to my heart. We actually have, when we went to WrestleMania, Sergeant Slaughter's signature, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So more than likely, when we go to WrestleMania again, we just may fill up the immortal one with signatures. I have a lot of little wrestling figures. Now these figures you can't buy anymore, but before I get into that, rest in peace, Ravishing Rick Rude. These are only like 10, 15 years old, and the Ultimate Warrior. So I kept those. I will always keep those in the package. I have my old styrofoam Intercontinental belt. This is so old, and I have to be so careful not to I don't even know if I ever want to open that back up, but this is, oh wow, this is probably 28 years old, and I've been able to keep it in decent shape. Very precious to me. I'm not going to highlight every character, but we'll just go through a few. I have the $1 Million Man's belt still. You guys remember Hillbilly Jim? One of Hulk Hogan's favorite, you know, good buddies. Come on, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Any old school guy would remember that. George the Animal Steel. Remember, he used to, you know, tear apart the turnbuckles with his teeth. I saw King Kong Bundy fight Hulk Hogan in a steel cage. Now, remember, these are from the early 80s, mid 80s. You can see the paint starting to come off of them, and, well, I mean, I played with them a lot. Come on. You know, and you'd pick them up and, oh, drops a splash on him. Here comes Hogan, throws him against the rope and drops the elbow. I mean, drops the leg drop. With that being said, I had the original WWF ring. So if you look at how big this ring was, this is a ring post, and that's all I have left. So I kept it. Big John Studd. Come on. I'm the honky tonk man. I'm the honky tonk man. I'm cool, I'm cocky, and I'm bad. And then Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who, if you watch a lot of WrestleManias, at WrestleMania 3, Brutus the Barber put him in a sleeper hold and cut his hair. And Peggy Sue, and then Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, who was his manager. Well, I got a few managers. Check this, where they at. Now I got more. Let's not forget Mean Gene Okerlund. Anybody remember him? Justin, I know you do. Did you got it? Come on, Slick Rick. Classy Freddie Blassie. We're talking Hall of Fame, guys. Mr. Fuji. Remember the Powers of Pain? Well, a lot of you probably wouldn't remember them, but if you were to the Barbarian and the Warlord, and he's really been played with. My little brother, or Mainville Nation, they have their YouTube channel. My brother, I think he drew all over him to get me back for wrestling with them. Come on. Ted, Dibiase, all right, move, Giddy. WrestleMania 2. Come on, the Iron Sheik. Where's Nikolai? Nikolai Volkov. The Junkyard Dog. We have Corporal Kirshner here. Now understand, if you remember when Elijah or Drax Shadow signed his contract, is when they did the tribute to Piper for when he died on Monday Night Raw. Very special. Rest in peace, Rowdy. Somebody asked on our normal channel, Mom's Vlog 80, if I remember Greg Valentine. Come on now. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Told you we had the signature from Ricky the Dragon. Tito Santana. Somebody talk to me. Ken Patera. Mr. Olympian. He was back in the day with Hercules and Dino Bravo. Long time ago. Some of you gotta know who this is, even if you're younger of age. Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the father of current diva Natalia. Classy Freddie. Maybe I already said him. Oh, I got two of him. Wow. Are you ready? I'm almost done. Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. Loved him. Saved the best two for last. Are you ready? The Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Miss Elizabeth. Absolutely amazing. I gotta find my other box so I can get the Ultimate Warrior. There's a lot more that I have. But with that, when you used to get the wrestlers, they would come with wrestling cards. And it would tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to go through these really quick. So we have King Kong Bundy, which tells a little bit about him and what his move is. Junkyard Dog. I'll save him. Oh, there's a good picture of George the Animal ripping apart a turnbuckle. Special Delivery Jones. So he must be in the other box. There's the hillbilly. And I don't have all these. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. There's Bruno Sammartino. The Iron Sheik. The Immortal One, Hulk Hogan. And the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Dig it. Now I have a few other things. Once they came out with those, they came out with some of the bindies, some of the miniature ones. Captain Lou Albano, you know, you could bend these and make them do what you want. And I have Ricky the Dragon, of course, Hillbilly Jim, Big John Studd, Junkyard. Really good. Like, I never even played with him, George the Animal. And then, of course, I got some of the ones that, you know, very smaller, and Jake the Snake Robertson. I don't know where a snake is. Could have been a dog that ate that. Of course, when we went to WrestleMania, I have We have one of the lights. Of course, we got a John Cena own personal WrestleMania thing. Now this is totally anybody. Oh, the original. Look at how tore up this is. The original belt that went around Hulk Hogan's waist. Hulk Hogan, him and Macho Man were one of the first ones I ever got. Of course, I have some wrestling cards, not a lot. But one thing that's really cool, I like, is the thumb wrestlers. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I used to flick them at my brother. We got Hogan. We got Stone Cold. 2 Stone Colds. There's two Ultimate Warriors also. I have the little Undertaker and another Stone Cold. And then of course we just have a couple bags from WrestleMania. Another bag. But a lot of the other stuff, Elijah has a lot more figures than I do. Probably 4 or 5 times than I do. But mine just are a lot older because he wasn't thought of. I was barely thought of. Just so now, there you have it. I wish I had my Macho Man wrestling buddy pillow. So I try to keep these in a box so they don't get, the cat messing with them and different stuff like that. And I'll find my other tote full of some of my old memorabilia and pull that out. Lots of pictures, posters. Some of them are bad. All my old wrestling magazines. That's what I'm talking about. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe. And if you're not subscribed to Mom's Vlog 80, go over and check them out. We go backstage a lot at wrestling events, Monday Night Raw, Thursday Night SmackDown. Elijah is the youngest superstar to ever sign a WWE contract. He's going through a really big battle right now with cancer. So we'll hopefully he'll be able to go soon. And last but not least, see ya.